Alistair's just finished his first term in Cambridge, so that means we've been here now for a couple of months.
Longer. A few months, I think.
If you don't already know, we moved over here from New Zealand a couple of months ago. It's been a pretty busy term.
But a pretty cool one.
Yeah, it's been pretty awesome.
Heading to some random place to buy a bike. It's a beautiful evening. I recommend anyone who's looking for some sunshine comes to Cambridge in England.
When we got here it was quite nice and warm, and it's now much colder. It's freezing.
Everyone complains about the UK weather, and it's kind of but it's not actually as bad as people say, because it doesn't rain too much.
But it is pretty damn cold. Cambridge is a really beautiful city. It's got so much history and a lot of beautiful buildings. Every time I go into the centre city, I just look around in amazement. I don't know if that's just the structural engineer in me.
I mean, being around like very grand 800-year-old buildings is pretty insane.
It's small enough that you can walk or cycle pretty much everywhere. There's probably more bikes than people in Cambridge.
So at Cambridge and Oxford they have a whole bunch of different colleges, which are like mini universities within the university itself. And there's a big difference in terms of wealth and everything of different colleges. So some of them have billions of pounds and some of them have tens of millions of pounds. Some of them have private bridges, not too dissimilar to the one we're walking across now. Some of them have huge world-class sports facilities, and some of them are very modest and modern. So ours was founded in the late 1800s, and some of them go right back to the 1200s when Cambridge was created, which, fun fact, was before there were humans in New Zealand. Just been to a Kiwi Australia Cambridge meetup at Jesus College. Rich as f***.
Pretty cool.
Very large behemoth college. You'll never believe what is behind there. Stacks of gold and lawns you cannot step on. And here we are, us humble Kiwis with our lawns that you walk on. At Hughes Hall. A weird thing about Oxbridge, which is what they call Oxford and Cambridge. You have 2 8-week... There's a rubbish truck coming. 8-week terms. So that means, you know, like 6 full course assessments, whether that's reports or exams or whatnot. And there are basically 2 of those in the main academic year. And then it's the summer research period, which is totally insane for the academic core year. 16 weeks out of 52. Part of that, I think, is why it's so intense here. I think the kind of the biggest benefit of studying at Cambridge, doing this master's here, is really the people that you can kind of meet, make lifelong friends all around the world. So we've been embracing it.
We also decided to do the most quintessentially Cambridge thing that you can do.
Meeting just as the sun starts to poke its head over the horizon, or
before the sun rises.
Okay, before the sun rises. It's good though, because it's super social
and a really awesome community. It makes it worth it, the -2 degrees on the water in the morning some days.
Yeah, I mean sometimes it feels not worth it in the moment, but it's cool. At the end of the day, it's very rewarding. Nice!
It makes my guns look huge. The one thing that's really probably the worst thing about living here, it gets dark. It gets dark so f***ing early. It's like, yeah, it's fine, and then it's 3:30 and you're like, what, is it meant to be bedtime? What's going on? It really connect with you.
It feels like it's the end of the day and it's like 3 p.m.
We're just heading home and it's dark.
The worst part of the term would have been when Alistair got COVID.
Yeah, that sucked.
What? So Alistair got really, really sick with Delta.
What's up? Feel like a chain smoker. I have to say, COVID sucks. Get your vaccines. It's worse than the flu. They lied to you. I didn't look too bad.
Not in the video you don't. You look terrible in real life.
This is who I have for my support.
And I ended up getting really sick as well, but not actually testing positive at any point, which was, we don't understand that.
Gabby is pretending that she has COVID.
Yeah.
I feel like it would kind of make sense for you to have COVID.
Why are all my COVID tests negative?
We spent 10 days in isolation sharing a bed.
Sharing our little box of a house.
I was very sick and very outwardly contagious.
We had like labels on the cups to be like Alistair's cup and Gabby's cup, and I kept drinking out of the wrong cup.
You're rallying, looking at go.
Definitely not a highlight.
No, low light.
Yeah. Bowl nap a week. So, this is the best coffee in Cambridge, I think. For the UK, I give it 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
But for New Zealand, I give it 4 out of 5. Which is still pretty good. I've got a pokey hair. We are going to Spain and Portugal, folks.
We've decided to get the out of the United COVID-dom.
We're going to jump on a plane in a couple of days, which is the soonest we can.
You need to subscribe so that you can see the next video. Spain.
Like and subscribe.
Woo!
Hey mate, what the f*** are you looking at? Yeah, what?
You want some?
You want some?